Miss Lewis, she's going to speak to us, and she has about 2 minutes. So, might be 3.
I don't know that I've ever said anything in 2 minutes, but thank you, Mr. Manning.
Well, I guarantee you, Scotty had.
Thank you for allowing me to speak. First off, Barry Smith, thank you for all that you do, for all that you have done. COVID, the legal challenges, the financial challenges, thank you. People appreciate you. This one's personal. David McDonald,
Yes, ma'am.
you aimed at him. You
I
hit,
didn't aim at anybody.
you aimed at him, and you hit my son in the process.
Didn't mention your son's
That,
name.
you did not, but you did my son. He came home and sat down on the floor and looked at me and said, Mama, what have I done wrong? Because of your comments, because of your accusations. I believe if you had investigated, you would have seen that nothing was done for him that wasn't done for other people in this system.
I didn't imply that anything else was done for him special.
However, you did. All of you, your board members, you're supposed to represent your district. You're supposed to protect the children of this community. You're supposed to protect and do what is best for the teachers and the staff of this community. This backbiting, these hidden agendas, these personal vendettas are ridiculous and immature. I beg you, as a citizen of this community, do better. Do what you got elected to do and protect these children and do what's best for them. And if you can't do that, then step down and let somebody else do it. Because this is just embarrassing. And y'all should be ashamed of the way that you behave.
That's public comment. Just for the record, before we start the meeting, there is a public comment on the table back there. You can sign up. The rule states you can get 2 minutes to speak. We cannot do more than 15 minutes. If there's a whole bunch of people signs up, we'll have to cut it off. That's the rules that we set. And it has to be something that's related to the agenda, that's set on the agenda. Also, being mindful that last month's meeting is in the agenda, so somebody could go back and jump on something that happened last month because Ashley is on the agenda to vote on for this month. So that's how public comment will work, okay? That being said, I'm gonna call this meeting to order. Thank y'all for attending. Mr. Lewis, if you'll do our prayer request.
Our prayer request list we have tonight is Jennifer Edmonds' father passed away, so if you could remember her and her family in your prayers. Ms. Vivian Silcox, Robbie Silcox, Cece Lawson, Shannon Gregory, Ann Conger Wilson's family, Linda Brim, Amanda McCormick, Rachel Kelly's mother-in-law, Ms. Diana Shoulders, Joe Taylor, Danny Clare, Jack Williams, Jude McCaleb, Courtney Taylor, and John Pigg, husband of Donna Livingston. Is there anyone else that needs to be added to the list? Anybody?
Nobody's spoken.
All right. No one else? Okay. We should pray with you, please, for a moment. Father, thank you so much for this day that you've given us. We know that we're not worthy to have it, but thank you for the day and all the blessings that you've allowed us to have. Thank you for giving us the opportunity every day to be of servitude to someone else in this world and comfort them and to be their friend and know that they are loved here because we're all brothers and sisters in this place. It's not particularly our home. We'd ask that you forgive us, as you always have, of our mistakes and shortcomings. We know that we are not perfect, even though we might strive to be. We fall short a great many times, but we're grateful to you for your forgiveness. We'd ask that you lead, guide, and direct us through this meeting. Help us make good decisions that would be in the best interest of our children, our school system, our employees, and everything that we do. And as always, thank you so much for the gift of salvation and the sacrifice of your Son, Jesus Christ, and all these things most humbly pray. Amen.
Pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, we'll go ahead and dive into this, get this started. First thing we got on the agenda is consent items, A, B, C, and D. Do I have a motion to approve the consent items, or if you want to pull one?
I'll make a motion.
Tyler? Is there a second?
Second.
Second, Mr. Hessen. Mr. McCaddy? Mr. McCaddy, second. All right, any discussion? If not, all in favor of A, B, C, and D, Mr. Lewis?
Yes.
Mr. Taylor?
Yes.
Mr. Ennis?
Yes.
Mr. McCaddy?
Yes.
Mr. Hessen?
Yes.
Mr. Shoulder?
Yes.
Dr. Matt?
Yes.
And me, yes. All right, superintendent actions, we had them in front of y'all. Any questions over superintendent actions? All right, that's the case, we're gonna go to new business. First item, which we only got 2 new business on here tonight. I think, y'all taking it easy on me? Thank you. Thank you. Approval of a memorandum between the sheriff's department and the school system. It's for resource officers for this year. I'll entertain a
Pull yours up
motion
and see.
to approve of this.
Motion to approve.
See if yours says any more than this.
Is there a
made the
second?
motion
Second.
On new business.
All right, the motion's been made and second to approve the understanding between the Smith County Sheriff's Department and Board of Education. Is there any discussion?
Just very briefly, Mr. Manning, I want to make sure the board knows that this is required for the grant funding for the sheriff's office, for the school resource officers. This is one of the things that you got to have in place. And so the sheriff's office has sent that over and asked for it to be approved. We don't include it in the packet because of the sensitive nature of the document, but I did email it all to you all for your review. If you have questions, you can ask those, but it is required for their grant funding.
Is this the first time it's ever,
No, we do this every year.
is it the same?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
That's all right.
I mean, they changed like.
It's changed last year's after the grant.
Yeah,
When
they
they started
changed.
funding them per school, it changed again. But
Oh.
other than that, it's the same. It basically says what our contract, how they're hired, the fire, like Jason, how we work with them.
Everything's the same word and I was getting
Yeah.
that.
Other than the money where it changed.
There's
when they
nothing
funded them.
substantial changes.
Oh.
Mhm.
All right, any other discussions? All right, we'll roll call this, we'll vote it. Mr. Lewis?
Yes.
Mr. Taylor?
Yes.
Amy?
Yes.
Got it?
Yes.
Mr. Hessen?
Yes.
Mr. Shoulder?
Yes.
Dr. Mack?
Yes.
And I've also been a yes. All right. We're already down to discussions, annual policy reviews. I hope y'all had time to look over your policies. There was several of them this month.
We
Oh,
missed.
did I miss one? Oh, yeah, there's a B. Let me back up here a minute. There's a B. There is a new policy, 6.003, alternatives to discipline practices in pre-K. This is for pre-K. I hope y'all had a chance to look over that. Do I have a motion for new business B?
I'll make a motion.
Tyler, do I have a second?
Second.
Go ahead.
Mr. Enid, second. We can do this and by just in favor, all in favor for this policy, say aye.
Aye.
And all opposed? And I forgot to add for discussion. Anybody want to discuss it? It's too late now. I'm sorry. All right, now we'll go on into the discussion, the annual policy reviews for September. There were several of them on there. Did anybody see any that you wanted to talk about? All right. If not, before we go in, we have a parent request. Before we go into that, we tabled a motion at the last meeting and I'm got to put it on the table, and I'd like to bring it back off the table. To do what we need to do, we need to bring back off the table for next month's meeting. We'll need to vote on whether to or not to offer Mr. Smith a contract extension. And the reason we need to do that, if we take it back off the table and we vote no, not to, then we gotta come up with a plan on, start to, fill in applications for the director of schools job. If we bring it back, put it back next month on the meeting, and we vote yes to give him an extension, then we need to sit down and start working on an extension. So we'll need to bring that back off the table, and I'll make a motion to bring it back off the table where we can vote on it at the next meeting and see what we want to do.
So explain to me.
Last month,
You just need to help me on my
last month.
decision. However I voted last month,
Yeah.
how do I keep that same vote tonight when you bring this up where I want,
I'm bringing it up to bring it off the table.
that's all we're doing tonight?
All we're doing tonight is bring it back off the table, and I'm gonna place it back on the agenda for next
For
October.
next month?
We have to get time in the paper, and then first thing off the bat, next month, we'll vote, yes, we're gonna give him a contract extension, or no, we're not, or if it's 4-4, he don't get it.
So
That's
why are you pulling it off from last month?
Because it's on the table, and for us to start,
Oh,
for Robert's Rules of Order, for us to start the process, right now, he's in limbo. He don't know whether he's getting a contract extension or not.
When you don't know where you're gonna open it up either.
And then you gotta open it up, and if we're gonna open this thing up, guys, we probably need to be getting ready to put it out there and get applications sent in, and have them in here by
so,
November or December,
so-
when we start setting up interviews.
so how long could this thing go in limbo if it stays, the vote stays the
Well,
same?
he's out, he would
If it's say
technically be out.
if it's say 4-4, obviously you're gonna open it up
Yeah,
at that point, I would hope. And then you can set that, or whatever, put the time limits and strength.
But my question is this, Tommy, what if you just draw a new person in here and the vote goes 4-4? How long, I mean, is there ever, if it ever never changed, what happens to the director of schools?
you'll have to get a new director of schools, because his contract is up at the end of the school year. We have to get a new director of schools.
You wouldn't technically have to do that until his.
You what?
contract- You wouldn't technically have to do that until his contract expires, but as a practical matter for the health of the school system, you would need to take some action, instead of going without a director for a period of time.
And see where this went skewed last month, it was there on the table, and you could have ended this last month. It was to give the director a contract extension. But we went down a different road at the motion that was made to dismiss him for just cause. Well, that went 4-4. Then the motion was made, let's take applications to see what kind of director of schools we might have out there. That motion failed, 4-4. I made the motion to table this.
After the
Scotty
fact?
seconded it, and we all voted to table it. You gotta get this off the table, because we gotta take action. Are we gonna give him one, or are we not? That's how, and if it's 4-4, guys, it's not a contract. We gotta start taking application. If it's 5 not farm, it's definitely no contract. If it's 5 farm, we need to start doing a contract extension. But that puts it out there till next month, we know and the public knows, we're getting a new director of schools, or we're taking applications, and he's to feel free to put in for it too now. I mean, I don't think we're gonna disbar him from putting in for it if he wants to put back in for it. That's why I'm doing this. We gotta get this back off this table. If we leave it sitting on the table this month, we don't take it off the first year, guys. Listen, we got interviews. She'll have to send out, we'll have to post the job, the qualification for the job, and then we usually give, 6 weeks last time, maybe 6 weeks notice for people to put in for the jobs. And it don't come to me, and it don't come here at the central office. All the application goes to the attorney's office. And then they look at the qualifications, and if they qualify, they're here. And then we set up interviews. And depends on how many we have. We might have 10 to put in for the job. We might want to whittle it down to 3 or 4. So we'd whittle it down, and we'd have another set, and all these interviews are open to the public. And then we would choose our director of schools, and obviously, guys, we would probably want that person, whoever it is, to be in place by probably the 1st of April, where they can shadow him, because he's here to the end of June, shadow him for a couple months to see, make sure we have an easy transition for our employees and our students. That's why, I mean, we can't, could you wait till the first of the year? Yeah, but boy, you can be cramming it. I mean, you got, and I've talked to him about it, and he agrees we got to go and get ready to get this thing started, if it goes that way. So that's why I want to take it back off the table. So that's why I've made the motion to take that back off the table, put it on next month's agenda, and it'll be the first thing we vote on, yes, we do, or no, we don't. And
So you're
then
basically voting if we're gonna have this contract or not again.
what we should have been voting on last month. If we'd have voted on it last month and it went 4-4, it'd been dead, we'd already be taking his applications right now. But it didn't go that way. I don't know if y'all didn't realize that or not. But he'd already been taking applications, he'd already been served notice. But that's what I want to do for the next month. I want to make sure that we're all clear and cut. He knows, we knows, and the public knows. Hey, we're taking applications for director of schools, or we're not taking applications for director of schools. Ever how y'all want to vote for it. So that's why I made the motion to bring it back off the table. So I did hear a second.
Second.
That's second. Any more discussion on this? If y'all think I'm doing it wrong, let me know, but I'm pretty sure I'm not.
Is there a policy that addresses this? I mean, is there a date you have to have this done by already? I mean,
Not hiring a director of school. Now, contracts, yeah, there is certain time limits. You can't do it so many days before an election and all that. But hiring a new director, you just kind of want to get them in place for next school year. But yet, you don't want the guy to walk in July the 1st. You probably want to have at least 30 days, and the person might not have to start till after the school year, you know. And I don't know when you started. Did you start in April? Or?
Well, I was already in the building.
Yeah, you know, if you got somebody already in the building, it's a little easier.
You ready to get somebody in 60, 90 days.
Yeah, and we've got rules that we have to go by. The person that's putting in for this job, we got education things they have to meet, and they have to live in
They're
this county.
statutory requirements.
They're statutory, it's just not, you know, there's things in there. So, all right, any other discussion?
I assume you cleared up that, he made last meeting that he may or may not want the job. I
Correct.
assume you cleared up that he does want the job.
No, he ain't told me it.
Well, I'm just saying,
Would you take the job, we give you a contract extension, you know?
I would always, to God, have to have the offer first. And I told you, you know, I don't want work, if anybody don't want work with me. I mean, I've told you that.
But you would take a contract extension if the board offered.
I said, I would consider it, yes.
Okay, it's considered.
I just thought we'd save some time if he didn't want one, you know, we're just wasting our breath.
All right, you clear? So we're gonna vote to take it off the table, put it back on the agenda next month, and we'll vote right off the bat whether we will or we won't. And then we'll go from there, okay? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passed. All right. As far as I go right there, anybody else got any other discussion, anything before we clear the room for the parents' request?
Have you what's the date on next month's meeting? Do you know yet?
Is it still no, it's not the 30th, it's the second.
It's on your,
It's gonna be the same,
It's October the 21st. Tuesday the 21st, so it is the third. Okay, so we're on the second week. 21st, it's the third Tuesday, Mark.
okay,
Back to regular. And we pulled it up this time for, he's got.
I got you, there it is, there it is.
All right. Anybody else got anything else you want to say before we clear the room for the parent discussion? Parent, please. Okay, if y'all don't mind, I did this kind of at the end of the meeting. If y'all don't mind, everybody clear the room. concern, they speak forward. I'll entertain a motion to grant a full board review hearing on this. Somebody like that, okay. Mr. Shoulder, entertain a motion. Is there a second? Second. Mr. McDonald, second. Any discussions? Okay. That being said, we're gonna vote. This is voting to do a hearing on this. Okay?
Does everybody understand what you're voting on?
So we're going to do a hearing. Understand?
So what's it take? Does it take,
It's always 5 votes, guys.
Now, we're voting on whether or not to give them a chance to present their side.
Correct.
Maybe witnesses and whatever.
Correct.
to Back up what they believe in.
Correct. Now, roll call it. Uh-oh.
Yeah, it's,
We'll let you give them a chance to get coming up here. Technology. You good? Good. All right, boys, I'm gonna mix this up. Dr. Mack.
Yes.
Mr. Shoulder? Yes. Stacy?
yes.
Mr. McCady?
Yes.
Mr. Ennis?
Yes.
Mr. Taylor?
No.
Mr. Lewis?
No.
And I will abstain. So we got 5 yeses, 2 noes, and 1 abstain. So we'll grant you a hearing over this. So we'll go to that later on. We'll set up a date, notify you, and we'll. Okay. Now, moving on. Is there a need for executive session?
no, sir, not, sorry.
Okay. Has anybody else got anything on say? I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
I'll second.
And it's not debatable, so all in favor, say aye.